Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Wednesday the 8th of November. In this video we'll be looking at the charts on silver, which on TradingView has the code XAGUSD. What we'll see is that in the longer term we're still in a trading range, but all those moving averages are converging, so there will be a break, but it won't be imminently. For the short term, the 4 hours indicative, we're going to have a rally, but on the daily there is resistance from the 50 and the 200-day moving average. Let's look at those charts. So here we are looking at the weekly picture. So each candle on this chart represents 1 week, and you can see that we're in a trading range. The lower boundary seen down at about 15.2, and the upper boundary seen just above the 20, and we're meandering to a point in that range. Quite a common picture. It is in a downtrend, although it is converging to the side and in a triangular formation for the shorter term. And you can see that the moving averages are all converging around the 50-day. The 200 days moving down and the 20s moving up towards that 50-day, which is at 17.0825, which is marginally below the spot level. Which way we'll go once they all converge. If we get a break, we have to wait and see. It would need a break above the resistance at 18.2 for an upside break, and likewise for a downside break, a break below that 15.2 level. Momentum is neutral. The RSI is at 50.62. and is also in a trading range going sideways, and you can see the lack of momentum in the MACD, which are sidelining round about the 0 level, giving no indication of momentum either up or down. Looking at the daily picture, here you can see that we've had trouble with the resistance of the downtrend in 250-day moving averages. They've just created another bear cross, which is when the 50s cross the 200, both moving down, which is a negative factor. That happened a couple of days ago. We did marginally go above the moving averages, but we've moved back below again, which is a negative, and they will be resistance on the upside at 17.17. The 20-day is moving sideways, slightly upwards, but we are below that level at the moment. And if that rolls down significantly, which it seems to be doing today, then you could see that push the market lower. We're presently above the 20-day. 20-day is 17.023, with the spot obviously at 17.12. Momentum again is sideways. We are marginally above 50 on the RSI, 52.46, and the MACD are actually just ticking upwards above 0. Short term just moved above the longer term, so keep your eye on that. That could be a sign that momentum is returning to the upside. But really we need to break the resistance of that 20 and 250 and 200-day moving averages, and then break through the high of the 16th of October, which was seen around 17.45. On the 4-hour picture, we're above the moving averages. They're starting to turn around. The 50 is moving up, going through the 200, but it's not a golden cross because the 200 is still moving down. But it's a positive factor. We're above those moving averages. You can also see that in the short term, the high that we had on Monday was above the high that we had last week. So that's a good sign. Good that we also come back and tested the support, and now we're moving up. So there's a good chance that we do break in the short term, break above that resistance, which would be good. That would allow the moving averages to to move upwards and catch up. Then on the daily we would have broken that resistance from the 50 and 200 day, so the picture could improve if this momentum continues. RSI has now ticked up to 56.35. MACD short term is still marginally below the longer term, so keep an eye on that. If that ticks up, that could signal the short term buy, and then we'd get a test of that resistance and hopefully the move up through those daily moving averages. Looking at the support and resistance levels on silver, resistance at the 50-day 17.169, then the 200-day 17.184, with support at 16.898 from the 20-week on the weekly chart, and second support from the low 31st October 16.643. So that's been TA for traders, having a look at the silver price. A mixed picture, but the key takeaways from the video should be that the range trading probably going to continue. Those moving averages on the weekly are all converging. We've got resistance on the daily to any upside from the 50 and 200 day moving averages, but on the 4 hour momentum is increasing. We did break that downtrend with the move on Monday, so a short-term rally up to resistance is likely, and as I said, that momentum is improving on the short term. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it of interest. If you haven't seen my videos on YouTube before, please do subscribe. Press that button. You then get email updates when I come out with new emails. I don't just cover the commodity markets, I also cover the FX, equity indices and single stocks in the UK and the US. These videos are for educational purposes only and are my opinion, and they're not an investment recommendation. Please do read the disclaimer.